Hello and welcome everyone to our sharing about the Heal Your Life training in Louise Hay's philosophy. We are so excited to have several people on the call today that have just done the training. Our wonderful, amazing trainer in the US, Sandra Filer, and also Alyssa Martin, her assistant. So I'm going to just tell you very briefly how the training started. I met Louise personally many years ago. Began doing the intensives with her that she was leading at the time and was asked to be on staff. And then the 2-day workshop, which all of the people on the call have already trained to lead. It's so impactful. And when Louise got too busy to continue, she asked me and a few others if we would start teaching that, which we did. And the people in the workshops loved it so much that they asked for a training program. And so I said, Louise, people want a training program. They're loving these, workshops in addition to your book. And she goes, great, put it together. So that started in 1995, and we have Heal Your Life workshop leaders and or coaches in 71 countries and 41 US states. So it's really expanded in such exciting ways to bring this beautiful philosophy to so many people. So now I'm going to turn it over to Sandra, our trainer in the US. And Sandra, you can go ahead and introduce the people on the line in the call.
Absolutely. All right. So I'm Sandra, and I'm the U.S. teacher and trainer. And also on the call with us today is Alyssa Martin, and she is on the U.S. team helping out at all of the trainings. She's from Percy, Pennsylvania. She's a Heal Your Life workshop leader, coach, musician, and specializes working with teens in particular, which I love. We also have Vanessa Montez. She's on the line. And she took her workshop leader training last year in Tampa, and then her coach training this year on Anna Maria Island. She also is a mother of a beautiful 2-year-old, and we're super excited to have Vanessa. Vanessa helped out last year with the 2-day workshop during the training. So you'll see Vanessa more frequently in the future. We also have with us Lisa Clark, who's a brand new graduate of the training. She is also a licensed professional counselor studying for her doctorate. Super excited. She lives in Virginia. And then we have beautiful Sheila Thurman, who is an island girl living on St. Simon's Island in Georgia. And she is also a licensed counselor. And so you're going to hear a lot more about these amazing women in just a moment.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sandra. So in the training, it is a combination of personal growth and professional training to lead the workshops. So we're actually going to start out with the personal growth part. And I think it's fabulous that we have 2 trained counselors on the line as well, because what we found is that people come into the training and they tell us that even if they've been doing Louise's work for a while, even years, that they learn so much more about themselves and they can release so much more. So I'm actually going to start with just asking, what your personal transformation was like at the training. And Lisa, if you would go ahead and start, I would appreciate it.
Sure. I want to say that my experience was an experience of connectivity. I was being connected to my awareness of myself, my negative beliefs and limited beliefs, as well as my positive. Also, being connected to affirmations and prescriptions for wholeness and for healing. So the experience, and I have to say this, connectivity to the other women in the group was huge. Huge part of what I take away from the Heal Your Life training workshop. So the personal transformation there with the connectivity has not just at the group during the group time, but here in my community, now that I'm back at home, has been phenomenal. I find that I'm connecting with people in my community that with the greatest ease. This has never happened like this for me before. People are coming to me, they're being drawn to me, and they're just falling over themselves to help me with this business. So I'm very, very excited about that. So I would say that the ease of connecting with myself, my environment, and people in general has been the biggest takeaway that I've had from the experience.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you. Okay, Vanessa, now you did the workshop leader training a year ago and the coach training recently, but so how about your workshop leader training a year ago? How was that for you? Personally transformational?
It was huge. Probably I want to say 2 months right after I was able to manifest my own living space for me and my son, which had been something that was kind of a hurdle for me. During the workshop, I just released so much fear, so much anger, and it just opened doors for me. I mean, they told me the waiting period would be 6 months, and they called me within 2 weeks of putting in my application.
Right.
And I know I said I'm going to have a first floor apartment in the back. And that's exactly what I got. There was about 8 or 10 people ahead of me, but none of them had their stuff. And as soon as they called me, I'm like, yes, I'll do it. And it just gave me more self-confidence to go forward in what I believe. I've always felt like I had to fight for what I believe and stand my ground and explain myself. And after the training, it's like, this is what I believe, you know, like Louise says, either you take my hand and jump on board or I'll see you later. So it was amazing.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. All right, Sheila, how about you?
Oh, golly, the personal growth piece. For me, one element that was so powerful was that I have been doing this work for, well, I'm well over a half a century wise. So 30 years.
Right.
30 years I've known Louise Hay's work, 30 since I was in my mid-20s. And in the 2-day workshop piece, I was able to, and a big part of it was the container that Sandra and the trainers created. It was beautiful, it was safe, it was loving, it was gentle, it was supportive. It created an environment that allowed me to discover more healing. I was a little bit shocked. I was like, oh, I didn't know that I had that message. I didn't know I had that. I knew I had this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, but I didn't know about that one. So that was a big piece. Just realizing I'm never done, and it's exciting. I'm never done. I'm not going to get it done. No big deal. No hurry. Not going to get it done. I'm eternal. It's fun and it's exciting. And I love learning more about how better to love me. And in doing that, I'm able to teach others how to love themselves. And it validated my life's work.
Right.
It validated my life's work.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sandra and the girls created an incredible safe space. And to me, that's just paramount. And they did an incredible, professional, beautiful job.
Great. Well, thank you. And what you said too about how surprised you were, shocked you were even to learn about these other messages. We hear that all the time, don't we? Alyssa,
you know, I got the message, like, you mean the message that I didn't know I had was that I was told non-verbally as a little child, as a little one, you're selfish if you want more. You're selfish. You're selfish if you have desires. That is totally new. I did not know that was there. And I was just so excited, and I've been working on it ever since.
All right, great.
Yeah,
great.
Terrific.
Okay, well, now I'm going to go back to Sandra, and Sandra is going to talk to Alyssa and the other three of you more about actually going forward and leading workshops and doing coaching and all of the work that we really want you to go ahead and do after these trainings to help other people. So, Sandra.
So something that I absolutely love is, of course, as Patricia mentioned, the combination of the personal healing and then also the professional aspect of the training. And something that we really pride ourselves on in the U.S., and all across the world, is that we really want to set our new teachers up for success. And that means really focusing on moving forward and how do you take this into the world in your own special and unique way. And so Alyssa, if we can start with you, if you want to share, how have you taken this work forward since your training, and then also since the training that we just recently had?
Absolutely. Well, I had been practicing Louise's work on my own, and really on my own. I didn't have anyone that spoke the language, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the end of my training week, I really felt the bigness of what was happening within me with that. So I felt that I wasn't just attracted to this work and it's fun and it's, you know, it's great to do self-development. I felt that I was being called to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I left with really more than just a wanting, but I felt that I left with a feeling that I was being asked by my spirit to have the courage to really accept this divine calling, to step into it. And it did take courage, but, you know, leaving the training, I did 3 things. I reviewed the material and picked a class that really felt comfortable to me. So I chose a workshop, a 3-hour workshop. I found a location that I vibed with, and I booked it. And then I followed the script. You know? So it was really that easy and really that complex. I mean, when you're dealing with wanting to step out, again, when I connected with that place of that this is a divine feeling, then it really did help give me the courage to step out. And that's what that week meant for me. Again, I had been practicing Louise's work on my own, but to connect, again, as the ladies are saying, with that environment and really be infused with what goes on that week, which is incredible, deep, intense healing. And then I now have this worldwide community that is extremely supportive and just an awesome family.
Mm-hmm.
And taking it forward, you know, I really love I love that I can do in person, I can do over the phone or online. I mean, it's just open to whatever I want to do with it. So I experiment with all different types to see, you know, what do I feel called to do right now. And there's certain times a year I like to do it over the phone in a telecourse, and there's certain times that being in person is, you know, really what the material calls for and what I love to do. So I move forward with that, with knowing that I'm going to have classes on the calendar and just always have something booked to invite people to.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. That's really wonderful. Awesome. Alyssa's our on the phone telecourse queen. She does a lot of those programs, and it's wonderful because when you live in a snowy climate, you know, you can have a lot of factors that keep you from coming to the class, but when your longest route is down the hallway, that's a great way to do the workshop. Lisa, do you want to share a little bit about what's in the plans for you? I know you're super excited, even though you want to be studying for that doctorate.
I know. I wish that thing were over with, I'll tell you. So, but we're almost there. Yeah. So what I have going is, well, I'm just kind of working on my website. I went ahead with that, Sandra, but I have a venue lined up. I have a tentative date. I'm going to get those letters out, you know, for marketing. What I want to do is establish myself in this community as the Louise Hay self-development, heal your life gal. I am the lady. I am the woman to do this. I'm also establishing another healing, energy healing business, so that Louise Hay is going to fall under that umbrella. I have a good connection with the military community, so and I've been working with them. I'm ex-military myself. You know, I really have a heart for that population, especially. So I look to do, you know, a lot of work with those folks. Is there anything else?
I'm excited, and look at you.
You know, I just want to say too, just ditto on everything everyone else has said. Patricia, Sandra, and Vanessa and Alyssa did the most incredible job for the training, and so the presence and the professionalism and the non-judgmental you know, spirit, the loving spirit there is exactly the environment that every person needs to be in to heal. And these ladies did a top-notch, top drawer kind of job. So thank you so much, because truly, I mean, I'm working on a doctorate. I've been in the field of counseling for decades, and there's great theory and there are great techniques. But I have to tell you, in my experience, Louise Hay philosophy just cuts right to the core. At least it did for me. And I am, like Alyssa said, and I think all the other ladies have said, I am forever changed. I now know I have a confidence that I can do whatever it is that I dream about doing. And although I've had successes in the past, I've never had that confidence. And I think that comes from the calm and the healing that I received that week I spent with you, Sandra, and Alyssa and Vanessa in Tampa. So thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's see. Vanessa, do you want to share what you've been up to and what you're working on?
Yes. So I did a workshop last year, right shortly after. And I actually took advantage and had a girlfriend who's a photographer come and take photos, because I'd since finished it and launched, and I have one scheduled coming up for July. I also created brochures, grabbed stuff from the website and put it all together, and it actually,
oops, we're having a little trouble with the audio.
Yeah.
scared me because it looks so professional, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is how to, oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear better?
Yeah.
That's
Can
okay.
you hear me now?
Here,
Yes.
I'll share a little bit about what Vanessa said, because I know what she's saying in her language there on the trees. So Vanessa just recently completed a really professional, gorgeous brochure, and it is stunning. She has a girlfriend, a coworker that's a professional photographer that's helped her and has done a magnificent job. And she has a one-day workshop scheduled here locally in Florida for July 13th.
Great. All right. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, Sheila, I know you got something going on, so share what you're working on.
Well, let's see. When I got back from Tampa, that following Monday, I began class with the Ordering from the Cosmic Kitchen. And I've been teaching classes here in my office. I have a little group room upstairs, and they have already done Heal Your Life book, and we do books and stuff. So that's a 10-week course on Monday nights for 2 hours each Monday night. We're just going real slow, and we're weaving it together with Heal Your Life and some Abraham Hicks stuff, actually, and putting it all together, and it's just so much fun. Love that little book. As of this week, I have been invited to, I like the idea of doing fundraisers. I've got Charleston, South Carolina, Statesboro, Georgia, and Hinesville have invited me to different nonprofit places to do one-day workshops. And my agreement is that pretty much they provide the venue, they do the marketing, I show up, they get 20%. That's kind of how that works there. And but it's in my vortex to do a 2-day here on the island at the King and Prince Hotel, which is a beautiful hotel on the beach. And I think it's just going to be wonderful. And Kim from Oregon, in our class, agreed to, on her own dollar, fly down here, fly all the way to the East Coast. Lisa's like, I'll be there to help. It's there's just so many things. I've almost got the attitude that, you know how, remember when Louise said, well, I didn't plan to write a book. I didn't plan to do any of this. I just kept saying yes.
Yeah.
I just kept saying yes. I just said yes. And I thought, well, how did I get on this video call? Oh yeah, that's right. I just said yes. It's an unfolding, and but I'm real confident. I like what Lisa said. I'm really confident in the tools I've been given, in the manuals, in the instructions, in the script. It is impossible to screw it up, and I like that. If it's possible, I'll figure it out. You know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of workshops, and I will forever be teaching 6, 8, 10-week classes. with the books, because I really like teaching classes and chewing slowly on this profound yet simple knowing.
That's great. Well, and what I'm hearing from all of you is that you did feel ready to lead workshops right at the end of the training, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's a question that we get a lot. Well, can I really feel ready to go out and teach something? And you absolutely can at the end of the program. And like you're all saying, you get the scripts, you get the tools, you get all the kinds of things. And for those of you watching, what you can also hear is the flexibility of the program and how many different things you can do with it. 2-day workshops, 1 day, week by week workshops, teleconferences, Zoom meetings like this for teaching the Heal Your Life work. So the format is really open for many different ways to offer the work, which I think is very exciting, especially this Zoom meeting, now available. It's so amazing. Now, Sandra Filer, you're hearing from some people who just took the one in April that she was teaching in Tampa and assisted by Alyssa and Vanessa. And there's another one coming up in San Diego, October 26th to November 2nd. So as you can hear from all the people today, it's such an exciting program. You get complete materials, you get personal growth, professional training. You can really take this out to the world. And as Alyssa said, a lot of people do feel like it's really a divine calling to take Louise's work out to help other people heal their lives. And that's why we offer this. It's so amazing. So I'm going to turn it back over to Sandra for her closing comments, and she's going to share with you how to get a hold of her so you can ask her anything about the San Diego training coming up.
Fantastic. So I do want to say that I too want to mirror what you said, Patricia. It's a beautiful demonstration here of women, professional women, everyone with full calendars, yet the passion for the work prevails, and we find a way to work it into what we're already doing. And because we all leave renewed every time we lead a training. And I know I'm excited about a 1 day that I have scheduled coming up. I have a 6-week study group coming up in the fall. I'm excited about all these things. So how you can get a hold of me and learn more about the San Diego training is to contact me by cell, which is 713-201-2020, Sheila. And then my email address is thehappygoddess@gmail.com.
Great. Okay, thank you, Sandra. So those of you watching, we really encourage you to consider coming to this training. You really tune in to see if you're called to it, but what we can guarantee is that you will get a wonderful experience. So thank you all for being on the call today. I so appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and keep taking the work out there. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Patricia.